The movie begins with a young woman named Claire, who arrives in Berlin for a solo trip. She checks into a hostel and goes up to the rooftop, where she meets a group of young people. They invite her to hang out, and she happily agrees. Claire introduces herself and tells them she is from Brisbane, Australia. She drinks and parties with them all night until morning, when everyone finally goes to bed. Claire is a photographer, and instead of going to sleep right away, she stays behind to take some beautiful photos of the building. After that, she finally goes to rest. The next day, Claire wakes up and goes out to explore the city. She walks through different shops and takes pictures along the way. Later, she stops at a bookshop to read. As she is leaving, she runs into a German man and his books fall to the ground. Claire helps him pick them up and they start talking. His name is Andy, and he speaks English well. He tells her that he works as an English teacher at a nearby school. They quickly get along and decide to spend the day together. As they explore the city, Claire shares that she used to work for a real estate company as a photographer. However, she wanted to try new things in life, so she decided to travel to Berlin. In the evening, Andy takes Claire back to her hostel. She asks him if he wants to hang out more, but he says no because he has to meet someone. This makes Claire feel a bit awkward, so she says she also needs to pack since she plans to leave for Dresden the next day. The two of them get close and almost kiss, but they stop themselves, and Claire goes inside. Later that night, Claire looks through the photos she took during the day. She smiles when she sees that Andy appears in one of her pictures. The next day, Claire gets ready to leave Berlin, but changes her mind and decides to visit the bookshop again. There, she meets Andy once more. They spend the day together again, and that night, he invites her to his place. His apartment is inside a quiet and almost abandoned building, which feels a bit strange. When they enter the apartment, Claire notices the window and tries to open it, but Andy tells her it cannot be opened. Soon, the attraction between them grows stronger, and they end up sleeping together. Afterward, Claire admits that she doesn't want to leave and wishes they could stay like this forever. The next morning, Andy wakes up early and leaves for work, leaving Claire alone in the apartment. Claire wakes up and decides to leave, but she is shocked to find that the front door is locked. Thinking it might be a mistake, she starts searching the apartment for a key. While looking around, she finds a bottle of nail polish. Later that evening, Andy comes back home. Claire tells him that he locked her inside and she couldn't get out. He says he thought he had left the key on the table and tells her she can leave after he takes a shower. After that, they go out to a club where they dance and enjoy themselves. The next morning, Andy gets ready to go to work again. Claire asks him for the keys, and he points toward the dressing table. After he leaves, Claire looks around the apartment for food. While searching, she finds a book and decides to open it. To her shock, the book contains a nude picture of her with the word, "mine," written across her shoulder. Confused and scared, Claire rushes to check the mirror and sees that the word is actually carved into her skin. Horrified, Claire grabs the key Andy left and tries to open the door, but it doesn't work. She quickly reaches for her phone to call for help, but then discovers that Andy has removed her SIM card. In panic, Claire picks up a chair and smashes the window. She manages to break through, but then finds another layer of glass behind it that is strong and impossible to break. A short time later, Andy comes back home holding flowers. When Claire tries to run past him, he blocks her way. After locking the door again, he notices that the apartment is a mess. Claire begs him to let her go and asks what is going on. Andy calmly tells her that she is there because she said she didn't want to go to Dresden. Claire argues that she only said that in the moment and didn't really mean it. She then attacks him in anger and demands that he open the door, but Andy easily overpowers her. He reminds her that no one can hear her screams. The next day, Andy visits his father and tells him that he has started seeing a new girl. His father is surprised and asks about his previous girlfriend, Natalie. Andy says she went back to Canada. He then says the new girl's name is Claire and that she is from Australia. His father seems confused and wonders why Andy always dates tourists. In a flashback, we see Andy dragging Claire, who is half naked, onto a bed covered with plastic. He ties her up and leaves. Later, when he returns, he unties her and gives her a puzzle as if nothing is wrong. He also tells her that he texted her mother to say she is fine. Claire, feeling weak and tired, warns him that her mother will figure things out soon. She then goes to the bathroom to clean herself. While there, she notices strands of blonde hair in the drain, which shocks her. She realizes that Andy must have kept another girl here before her. The next morning, Andy takes another disturbing photo of Claire. After that, he leaves for work without tying her up this time, since he knows she cannot escape. He locks all the keys and Claire's belongings inside a lockbox and places it on a shelf in the building hallway. As soon as he leaves, Claire starts searching the apartment for anything useful. She soon finds a screwdriver hidden under the couch. That evening, Andy comes back and sees Claire working on the puzzles he gave her. He sits next to her and starts helping her solve it. While he is distracted, Claire quickly grabs the keys and runs out of the apartment. She manages to reach the courtyard, thinking she is finally free. But to her shock, there is another locked door blocking her way. Suddenly, Andy appears and slams the door on her hand. Her fingers break from the impact. The pain is too much, and Claire soon passes out. Andy then carries her back into the apartment and takes care of his own injury, as if nothing serious has happened. The next day, Claire begs Andy to let her go. She tells him that she misses her mum very much. But Andy coldly says there is no point in missing something she will never have again. He takes another photo of her and then goes into a different room, which he always keeps locked. At school the next day, Andy starts staring in a creepy way at one of his students, a girl named Franca, during gym class. Franca notices his strange and uncomfortable gaze. Back at the apartment, Claire tries to open the locked room using paper clips, but she fails. While trying, a piece of the paper clip breaks off inside the lock. This makes her worried that Andy will realize she tried to open it. That evening, Andy comes back home and checks Claire's injured hand. After that, he starts bathing her. While this is happening, someone knocks at the door and they hear Franca's voice. Andy quickly warns Claire to stay quiet or he will kill the girl. Andy opens the door and is surprised to see Franca. He asks how she got there, and she says the coal man let her in. At that moment, Claire walks in wearing only a towel. When Franca asks who she is, Andy says she is his girlfriend. Franca looks disappointed and says she noticed the way he looked at her at school. Andy denies it and says it wasn't intentional. He then threatens to report her if she comes again, forcing Franca to leave. Later, Claire asks who the girl was, and Andy casually says she is his student, Franca. He then cuts Claire's hair and takes more strange photos of her. When he tries to open the special room, it won't open, which makes him realize that Claire tried to get inside. As time passes, Christmas Eve arrives. Andy brings lingerie for Claire and forces her to wear it. Claire calls him abnormal, which makes him very angry, and he hits her before storming out. As Claire gets dressed, she finds nail clippings under the bed, which disturbs her. After that, Andy goes to visit his father for Christmas, leaving Claire alone in the apartment. Soon, the electricity is cut off, and she is left freezing in the cold. Meanwhile, Andy goes to wake his father one morning, only to find that he has died. He calmly cuts his father's toenails, while at the same time, Claire is seen painting her own nails in the apartment. Andy spends time with his father's dead body, while Claire struggles to survive in the cold with very little food. Eventually, Andy informs the authorities about his father's death and returns home. He tells Claire what happened. Claire says she thought he wasn't coming back and tries to comfort him. He hugs her tightly and starts crying. In that emotional moment, Claire suddenly kisses him, and they end up making love. In the days that follow, Claire slowly begins to accept her situation. She starts cooking and cleaning around the apartment, acting as if this is now her normal life. One evening, she plays music for Andy, and he gives her a book with a message written inside. "To me, you're perfect." Claire asks him how he chose her. Andy says that he saw her on the street and planned their meeting from the beginning. She then asks him about the girl who was there before her, but he denies that there was anyone else. Even so, Claire can tell that he is lying. She asks if he still thinks about that girl, and he says no, but he becomes clearly annoyed by her questions. Later, Andy tells Claire to close her eyes. When she does, he surprises her by bringing out his father's dog. Claire becomes very happy and excited. Having the dog makes her feel less alone in her terrible situation. The next day, Andy takes Claire outside for the first time since he kidnapped her. They drive to the woods, and Claire feels excited as she explores the area like a child, enjoying the fresh air and freedom. But suddenly, Andy picks up an axe and moves as if he is about to attack her. At that moment, a young boy appears and says his brother is hurt. Andy immediately goes to help the injured child. While he is distracted, Claire quickly asks the other boy to call the police. Sadly, the boy does not understand English and gets confused and annoyed by her panic, causing him to shout. Andy realizes what Claire was trying to do just as the children's mother arrives and takes them away. Angry and frustrated, Andy forces Claire back into the car and locks her inside the trunk, where he surrounds her with bright lights and takes more disturbing photos of her while she is half naked. In the following days, Claire becomes very attached to the dog, which seems to make Andy jealous. One evening, Andy takes the dog out for a walk, but when he comes back, the dog is gone. When Claire asks where it is, he coldly says that it ran away. This breaks her heart. On New Year's Eve, Andy goes to a party with his coworkers, leaving Claire alone at home. During this time, she finally manages to open the locked room after many tries. Inside the room, she finds a camera and a photo album filled with all the disturbing pictures Andy has taken of her. There is also a massage chair in the room. Next to it, Claire finds another album. This one shows pictures from Andy's childhood, but at the end, she discovers photos of a blonde girl who had been trapped there before her. Meanwhile, at the party, Andy is not enjoying himself. One of his female coworkers tells him to relax and have fun, but he suddenly accuses her of trying to flirt with him even though she is in a relationship. This makes the woman feel uncomfortable and a little scared, so she tells him to leave. After leaving the party, Andy approaches a tourist woman outside and tries to flirt with her in the same way he approached Claire. Luckily, the woman's friend arrives just in time and pulls her away, saying their taxi is here. Back in the apartment, Claire notices a light coming from a nearby building. She starts screaming for help and even tries to break the window. A man finally sees her and rushes over to help, but sadly, as he tries to open the door, he suddenly collapses. Andy appears and brutally hits him again and again until he dies. Claire is horrified and starts crying, but Andy blames her for what happened and orders her to clean everything up. He then wraps the body in plastic, puts it in a garbage bin outside, and sets it on fire. The next day, Andy is reading the newspaper when he sees Claire's photo listed as a missing tourist. He tells her to pack her things, saying they will fumigate the apartment soon. While watching him, Claire notices him checking his students' notebooks and sees Franca's name written in one of them. This gives her an idea. She purposely burns his hand on the stove. As Andy rushes to the bathroom to get medicine, Claire quickly steals Franca's notebook. The following day, Andy leaves the apartment with all his belongings. After he is gone, Claire realizes that he has also turned off the water, making it seem like he plans to leave her there. School, Andy returns the graded notebooks to his students. When Franca opens hers, she is shocked to find a disturbing picture of Claire inside. She calmly asks to go to the bathroom, but while rushing out, she accidentally drops the picture. She then quickly leaves the school on her bike. Meanwhile, other students find the picture and become frightened. Andy, confused, asks what is going on, but soon panics when a student shows him the photo. Without wasting any time, Andy rushes home, but heavy traffic slows him down. When he finally reaches the building, he notices that Franca has broken in through a basement window. He runs into the courtyard and is shocked to see a hammer and the empty lockbox that once held Claire's belongings. Panicking, he rushes upstairs, but the apartment is empty, making him even more anxious. Soon, Andy hears a noise coming from the upstairs apartment. He grabs a weapon and carefully goes to check. He breaks down the door, and nearby, Franca is hiding quietly, trying not to be seen. Before he can find her, Claire calls out from below. Hearing her voice, Andy quickly runs back down. He enters his apartment, calling Claire's name, and notices that the door to his special room is now open. While he is distracted looking at the photo album, Claire takes her chance. She quietly slips out, calls his name to distract him, and then locks him inside his own apartment. Andy panics and begs her to open the door, but Claire refuses. She has also managed to get back her belongings and her passport from the lockbox. Claire then goes upstairs and finds Franca hiding in a cupboard. She helps her out and comforts her, telling her that everything is going to be okay. In the final scene, Claire is seen riding in a taxi through the streets of Berlin, enjoying her freedom. Meanwhile, Andy is shown trapped inside, sitting in the massage chair, with no way to escape.